about that. Yeah. No, yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way. So yeah, pretty much.
All right. All right. Do you love Jill?
Not really. Not really.
He doesn't really love Jill.
Not really.
All right. She's got another stereotype about Mexicans or Hispanics. That everybody wears hair gel who's Hispanic.
No.
That is not true, he says. Yeah, she doesn't.
No.
Are you cocky?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. A lot of people, everybody's pretty much cocky sometimes. Uh-huh. All right, so, yeah.
Who? No, my brother cuts my hair. So
His brother cuts his hair.
I
All
don't
right,
want to pay.
And more on pay. All right, so, Sarah Judy's turn. Sarah Judy. Sarah Judy. Sarah Judy. All right, so, yeah.
Well, when I was in my country, I was like really bad. I'm gonna tell you that. Teachers were glad I didn't go to school, and they gave me good grades because I didn't go. So yeah, pretty much. When I came to the U.S., when Brogdon, Norwayne, Dingaycock, nobody liked me, to be honest with you. And I think that's pretty much why I have changed, because it's not good to be hated by almost everybody in school. You know, everybody needs friends, someone to talk to and stuff. So
Yeah, give it up for Jose. It's better to make friends than enemies. When we talk to some people, and just because we may not get along with them, just because we may not like them, then we become their enemy instead of trying to understand them, getting to know them, and then talking it out, and then becoming their friend. And then that's one more friend that you have. That's one more asset that you have in life. Yeah. All right, Sarah Judy. What do you guys think about Sarah Judy? What kind of conceptions do you guys have about Sarah Judy? Jose. Nerd. Yes. She can get a black boy. Chucky. Chucky. What are you going to say? Oh, okay. What is he? She's all prim and proper, Sarah. That she comes from a good home and a good family. So. What'd you say again? Yeah. Yeah, that she thinks that she's better than a lot of people. Yeah. All right, Nakia. Just she thinks that she'll act stuck up towards you just because she thinks she's bad. All right, Sarah Judy. I want you to tell us some more things that people have thought about you, things that people may have said about you that were absolutely not true.
That I eat a lot of collard greens because I'm pretty blessed in some areas. That I'm maybe
BBJ.
loose or free or whatever just because I talk to a lot of people, because a lot of people are my friends and I'm not stuck up. I try not to judge people. I've been in interracial relationships even though my family doesn't really agree or approve. Well, I know she's in here, but I'm being real. I'm being honest, and that's what we're supposed to do.
What's up? That's another step towards honesty. And by the end of this day, we're going to be so real that, we'll see. How about that? All right, so what else?
I am really smart. I do sports, cross country, swimming, stuff like that. I used to do track. I think I haven't addressed. Well, like I've dated all kinds of races. I don't look at people for their color, you know, black, Hispanic, white, Asian. I mean, I just don't look at it.
Absolutely. She does not look at ethnicity. Anything else?
And I don't judge people. I mean, I've got friends from all over the place. Like, you'd be, yeah, dumbfounded, surprised by some of the people.
Why do your parents not agree with you dating outside of your race, Sarah Judy?
Well, like because of those stereotypes you see right there, everyone harbors those stereotypes. I guess because they're afraid my family's gonna be like, "Ooh, she's dating a black guy. That's dirty. That's nasty. That's disgusting." Like, and it's ridiculous. They think that they're all into drugs. They're into crime. They're not smart. They're not gonna do anything with their life. You know, that's what they think.
Guys? Maisha?
Kind of, not really. I don't really get along with my parents, and that's the main thing usually, because usually if we get in fights, that's what it's about, race. And so
Guys? Racial prejudice hurts people. Racial prejudice hurts people. Okay? There are many people who have been hurt. There are many people who feel like they need to change their lives, who feel like they need to change who they are because other people will not allow them to do certain things. Jay. He feels like she's strong because she breaks social barriers. She doesn't look at race. She doesn't look at ethnicity and culture. She doesn't look at different things like that. She looks at personality. And that is a very, very, very true statement. Brandy. That's right. Keep. Stand up and repeat that again. I like what you said, but I only got like a half of it. All right. What's up? Everybody heard that? All right. All right, so you done? All right. Next we have oh.
Can I?
Absolutely. Nakia? Life is going to be hard. Whatever you do, whatever kind of path you take, life is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. We have to accept that fact and go on with our lives. Yes. Hormones, chemicals in the food. Enlarge your buttocks. Yes. You love what you love. It's all that matters. It's all that matters. Kayla? right, Bianca. She said that her family has rejected her, and she hasn't talked to her family ever since, and they're still going strong. So So we're gonna move on to David, but actually, and I couldn't really schedule this perfect, but we're gonna do a little something. It's gonna be this is gonna be something that's interesting. You're not gonna really have a chance to do this unless you were in here right now. All right. So I have Dr. Bolt coming in a few minutes, right? Oh man, oh man. Okay, Dr. Bolt, man. All right. So. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Dr. Bolt, before he gets in here, what do you guys think about Dr. Bolt? Could I have somebody writing? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, everybody just calm down. No. All right? Because we need to maintain some order in here. All right? We're going to talk about the stereotypes of an administrator like Dr. Bolt. Okay, you guys may see him. You know, he's the principal of this school, and he's got power, yeah, and he can get you in trouble. And well, you can get in trouble with Dr. Bolt. I mean, he can penalize you. He has that power, and we have certain conceptions about John Bolt. Now, I have a few hands. What do you guys? All right. So yeah. Huh? Can they say? They haven't said anything yet. So is it all right if they say what they want to? Hey, y'all better close the space. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Bolt.
Well, good morning. First of all, I'm excited to have this event, and I want to thank Robert and Miss Dale and the teachers to give you an opportunity for this event. I think it's excellent, and I hope that it ripples throughout the school and can become an every year thing. I want to spend just a minute or two kind of tell you what my job is here, because there are a lot of misconceptions about what I do. Not only do students have misconceptions, but teachers have it because they're not in my shoes. And then you have misconceptions about what teachers do. I have misconceptions about what my boss does because I am not in his office and I don't know exactly what things he has to do or what decisions he makes. I want to show you something. My responsibility at this school is for everything. There's 1,030 students, 130 staff members, and I'm responsible for every single thing that goes on in this school. Think about it. That's a whole lot of responsibility. All right? And my belief is whatever goes right at the school is the teacher's fault. Whatever goes wrong at the school is my fault because I am ultimately responsible. Now, I can't run everything by myself. It's impossible for one person to do it. So I do a lot of delegating, and I give a lot of authority and power to different staff members. And then their job is to do what they're supposed to do. But I have to oversee all of that. Now, this is your rule book, right? This big thing is my rule book. These are the rules I have to follow as principal. All right? By law, I have to implement board policy. Yes, I have. Now, let me kind of, because I don't want to take up a lot of your time, and I do want to answer one or two questions. My number one job here is your safety. All right, that becomes for anything else, because when your parents, either you get on that bus or you get in a car and you come on this campus, your safety is my primary responsibility. And because of that, there are certain rules that we have that I stick to. You know, fighting, it's going to be 10 days and possible charges because I don't want you to fight because I don't want one of you hurt. Some of the rules we have at this school, I didn't make. The school board made them. You know, you don't like the dress code, you don't like cell phones. I didn't make those rules. Those are board policy. And by law, I have to implement board policy. Now, state law gives me certain powers. You mentioned it. All right? I have a couple powers. One is I can suspend you up to 10 days for whatever reason. And it's not appealable. The superintendent cannot overturn that. Superintendent can't tell me to change my mind. But we do give due process. The other power I have is called I grade and classify. And that is a power the state gives directly to principals. Grade and classify means it is my decision whether you do enough to pass that class or you do enough to graduate. Grade and classify essentially means I can give any student any grade I want to. Now, I do use that when it sometimes comes to helping students. All right? Why did I go into this, though? Why did I become a principal? It's not for the power, because the power of being a principal is to serve, and my job is to serve all of you. My job is to get you on that stage, shake your hand, and say, you're a graduate of Southern Wayne High School. My job is to prepare you for the next step in your life. So I didn't do it for the power. I sure didn't do it for the money, although it's a good living. All right? The truth is, if I was in private industry supervising 130 staff, or actually including y'all, 1,500 people, I'd be making 10 times my salary. I didn't do it for that. I became a principal. One is I like the challenge. All right? Imagine 1,030 teenagers and 130 staff members. The challenge of trying to educate each of you every day. Two is I love to be a lifelong learner. That's why I got my doctorate. I did it because I want to continue my whole life to learn and grow. I read a lot of books. I do a lot of traveling, visiting historical places and other places. I want to be every day smarter than when I woke up. The third reason I did this is because of my own personal experience. When I was in 9th and 10th grade, I was not a good student. I made F's, D's, and a few C's. I hated school. I didn't do my homework. I didn't study for tests. I didn't skip school, but I sure didn't like school. I didn't take it very seriously. And at the end of beginning of my junior year, my father sat me down and said, you're going to live to be 80. You have 64 more years of your life. What happens your junior and senior year will impact the next 64 years of your life. Making F's, D's, and C's, you're not going to get into a good college. You're not going to get a good job. Is that how you want to spend the next 64 years of your life? And I did some soul searching. He actually had set me, and I worked in a factory for 2 days. And I have nothing but respect for someone who works in a factory, because I can't do it. I tried it for 2 straight days, and that was not for me. And I realized then and there, if I didn't turn my life around, my life would be completely different. And I went from D's, F's, and a few C's to straight A's. And I took the toughest classes I could take. And we moved to Kinston. And I went to the principal of Kinston High School, Bill Peden, one of the greatest principals ever known. And with my record, D's, C's, and F's, he sat down the summer before my junior year and said, I'm putting you in AP History. I'm putting you in AP Biology. I'm putting you in Advanced English. I'm going to put you in. And I said, wait a minute, my record. He said, but you're underachieving. You're better than that. And if I don't push you, you won't push yourself. And I went from D's, F's, and C's to straight A's, got into Carolina, and moved on. Well, part of that self-reflection, I thought, you know what? There are kids in this world that need that support and that push too. So that's another reason I went to administration. But the last reason I went to administration is because I can change students' lives. And there's no other profession. There's no doctor, but teachers have the greatest respect for me because they are changing students' lives. They're having an impact on you that will impact the next 70 years of your life. And my personal philosophy is this. When I die, if I've made this world a better place than when I arrived, I've had a fulfilling life. I want to repeat that. When I die, whenever that is, and pray to God Almighty, that's not today or right now. All right? It wouldn't be good for y'all to watch that. And it wouldn't be good for my family. But the point I'm making is this. When I die, whenever that is, I want this world to be a better place because John Bolt was in this world. And if I can do that with students, not only have I impacted your life, but I've impacted your child's life and your grandchild's life. So there's a number of reasons why I did this. Now, the favorite part of my job is discipline. I wish I didn't have to discipline a single student. I wish I didn't have to ask my APs to discipline a single student. That is not why I went to education. I wish I could spend that time in classrooms helping teachers become better teachers. I wish I could spend that time talking to students, helping you become better students. I wish I could spend that time helping find curriculum or developing new programs to support your education. So, there's many reasons why I became a principal, but my number one purpose here is your safety, but the ultimate purpose is for you to walk on that stage at the end of your senior year at Mount Olive College and for me to raise my hand and shake it and say, you're now a graduate of Southern Wayne High School. And my goal is for each and every one of you to get there. And that's why I became a principal. All right? Now, I'm going to be quiet because I know you have tons of stuff to do, but take advantage of today. All right? This is a great opportunity for some dialogue, and it's going to help make Southern Wayne High School a better place. And that's what we all want. We all want Southern Wayne High School to be a much better place because continual improvement. All right? I'm going to turn it back over to Robert. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you very much. And I want to talk about, for a few minutes, a couple of things he said. The first one was discipline. He wished. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. I just. Yeah. I'm gonna write down what I was about to say, and what right now, I'm gonna write down what I was about to say so I don't forget it. But for right now, we're gonna get into some conceptions you guys had about Dr. Bolt. What kind of stuff did you think about Dr. Bolt? Some stereotypes. You go ahead. Peter Griffin is a character off of a show. All right, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, and I was actually going to talk about that. Some of us fail to realize that the stuff that we do that we can't help, it stresses people out. Sometimes people don't realize that in a lot of schools, the way that kids act, they don't put themselves in these teachers' shoes. Sometimes the way you act changes these teachers' lives. Sometimes it makes them want to commit suicide. Sometimes it makes them depressed. This is like serious. People, a lot of students, some of you guys in here, stress a lot of people out a lot, and students are not aware of that. And if you okay, all right, that's fine. Now, Dickie, what do you mean? Yeah. But see, just like we're people, these teachers and these administrators are people too. They were in our place. They were exactly where we were, and they're humans too, huh? Now, sometimes they give you guys a hard times, and sometimes it's unreasonable. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. But what they're doing is that sometimes you can't be perfect. If you guys were in that position, then you'd just be so stressed out throughout the day that you just be like, you know what, I can't take it. You just go to ISS. Just go. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, Al. All right. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna continue with the panel, and then we're gonna go into something else. So I apologize to you guys. The discussion was very, very interesting. That's why it was. All right. So David Joyner, what do you guys think about David Joyner? And we're still gonna be very, very open and very real. All right, Keontae first. Nerd. Jalen. Arrogant. Dale. A fruitcake. A fruitcake. Wesley. Because he's from Grantham, he's automatically a redneck. Takia? He looks like he's a really good boy and he makes straight A's. Keith? Only hangs out with white people? Looks like a Republican. Oh, yeah.
I'd say maybe rebellious because his father was a teacher out there in University, so maybe he's like always kind of like getting good grades because his parents make him. So I think he has a rebellious. He might not.
Okay. Anybody else? Yeah. Yeah, afraid to do anything, scared of everything. And Jose had one. He said when he first saw him, he thought he was gay. That's how real we're going to be, all right? We're going to get even realer than that. Ralik.
What did he say?
Oh, got some guap. Got some money. All right, Sarah. He seems racist. David Joyner, you take the floor.
Okay, the first one I want to address is gay because apparently a lot of people think that I'm gay, and I want to say that I am not. I am fully attracted to females. And I just want to know, like, can I ask y'all why y'all think I'm gay? Is it my voice? Is it the way I dress? Like, it's my voice. Okay, and I mean, I understand, especially in middle school, I had a very feminine voice, and that's not really something that you can help. I'm not going to walk around like this all day. But, okay.
Yeah, that's a big thing, you know? All right.
Okay.
All right. All right, so David.
Okay. Thank you. I can't change my voice. I would if I could. Thank you, Paige. I'm not gay, just to clear that up. Nerd. Okay, I make straight A's because both of my parents are teachers, and when I was young, they put it in my head that you have to make straight A's to get ahead in life. And at this point, they're not pushing me to get straight A's, but it's something that I expect of myself because I have goals, and those are getting good grades are going to help me with that. Another thing was somebody said I was rich. Both my parents are teachers, so we're not rich, but we do live a fairly comfortable lifestyle. I mean, we don't have to struggle at the end of the month, but we don't have, like, extra money to throw away or anything. Oh, Paige said I was a Republican. Barack Obama's the best president ever, so I'm not a Republican.
All right.
What else was said? Rebellious. Okay, I'm an only child, so I definitely fight with my parents a whole lot. And somebody said I was racist, and I asked a Hispanic girl to prom, so I'm not racist. So.
Hey, David, if you could get to that chair, this is going to sit right here.
Okay.
All right.
Was there anything else?
Okay.
Okay, and Wesley said that people from Grantham are rednecks, and I know that my voice is kind of country, but I don't consider myself a redneck. I don't hunt. I do fish, but I drive a truck, but that's sort of not my choice. So, anyway, I think that's about it.
What y'all think about me? Yo, where Robert at?
The rest of you guys, I really apologize, but I want to do something real quick. All right. So Lindsay Williams is gonna come up to the front, and David, if you could sit over there, and Lindsay sit right there. So so I want to do something, and I don't really know what's gonna happen, but a lot of you people, okay, all right, people. I mean, you guys, a lot of people in this school don't take Lindsay Williams seriously, okay? You guys have certain conceptions about Lindsay Williams, all right? And that hurts, okay? A lot of people, first of all, don't understand her, don't want to understand her, and you guys openly mock her, openly laugh at her, or openly make fun of her because of the way she is, okay? And that hurts. You guys need to be conscious of what you guys do to people, what you guys say to people, because it hurts, all right? Now, Lindsay, if you want to say something, you have the floor right now. You can say whatever you want.
First off, I would really want to know why people don't take me seriously. If it's the way I talk, I'm the kind of person that I'm a kind of person that if you talk in a monotone all the time, I'm not going to be interested because I think you're going to be a boring person. So what I do with my voice is I can't express myself here properly. I either look like I'm angry or I'm too serious. And I really have a hard time remaining eye contact because there's way too many people here. So rather than expressing myself here, I express myself with my voice and my tone. And when I'm around people, I have a subconscious thought that I need to talk, or else I think if I get other people to laugh with me, I won't think they're laughing at me, because I have been insulted so many times that I think when somebody is laughing, I think they're laughing at me, and it hurts. And it's gotten to the point when I was in middle school, I had a striped scarf. I'd never want to wear it again because I almost tried to hang myself in the girls' bathroom with it.
Okay. So,
It was most of the people I'm friends with, that I'm friends with, have actually looked past the fact that I'm really hyper. Because if you actually meet me when I'm at a school, I am actually conserved. I am withdrawn. I prefer to do things by myself. I'm not that hyper. I don't like to talk. Other hyper people annoy me, actually. I prefer to be around people who are calmer than me. Is there something? I view it like this. In my mind, the things that I can imagine are worse than most truths people have told me. I hate lying. I grew up on the concept that lying was terrible and you should not lie. And that another phrase that my mom used to tell me was a promise made is a debt unpaid. I am completely on honesty and trust, and I believe if you can't handle what I'm saying to you, then I'm sorry, that's just the way I am. And I was actually pretty calm until Robert actually mentioned that, because the reason I'm very optimistic is because I try to kind of I hate to be theoretical, but if this was the table as the crap I went through in middle school, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to suppress it. I'm trying not to think of it, because when I think of it, I start to cry. I get very hurt. Yes? I understand. Well, I have a very it's very hard for me to talk s- okay, I guess I'm going to have to put this out here. I don't like to put it out here, but I'm going to answer something about him real quick. I have Asperger's disorder, which means communication with words is extremely hard for me. I don't know how other people think. I don't think like everybody else. My brain is wired differently. So when I look at how somebody else thinks, it's hard. It really is. Yes? I feel like if I dress up, I prefer comfort. I like clothes that are comfortable on me, because I feel if I dress up in clothes that society feels makes you attractive, to me it is very uncomfortable. I don't like it. Huh? Some things about me, yes, I do. Other things I don't.
and we're really running out of time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry. I love to continue this, but I just want to say a few things. You can still stay up here.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, one thing is that people are going to be different. We were all made on this earth differently. Difference makes things interesting. How would life be if everybody was the same? Okay? It would be so boring. All right? So when she was in middle school and these people were doing these things and picking on her, it hurt her so bad that she tried to commit suicide. Do you guys understand the weight of that statement? You guys understand that? We don't think sometimes about what we truly do to people. We don't think sometimes about what we truly doing to ourselves, to everybody else, and for those who we don't care about. okay? You don't care about somebody, and you do certain things to a certain degree that they end up hurting themselves. And sometimes people don't realize that what they do hurts people so bad that they commit suicide. That's how some people. Yes. Absolutely.
I think if I was middle school, when I was in middle school, I closed up a lot. But when about that opening up statement, I agree with you. People do need to open up more because just think of all the things that we don't know about other people, how other people think. All right, and it shocks me how different other people can be. It's to the point I don't judge people for if they're different. If they're different, I'm actually more interested in you. That's how I am. That's the point of it, which it is. So I actually think it was a good thing that everybody wants to open up.
And thank you very much, Lindsay. Everybody just give it up for Lindsay, man. That was amazing. That's very brave of you, and I thank you so much. All right?